To be the CEO of one of the companies on this list, you have to be worth your weight in gold, and judging by these salaries, that's a lot of gold. We took a look through the publicly available payslips of the rich and influential on the top rung of the corporate ladder to bring you the 10 highest earning CEOs in 2020. While the financial year hasn't quite wrapped yet, we used estimations based on 2019 earnings and cross-referenced these with several sources. Of course, many firms keep this information behind closed doors, so they were automatically excluded, while others had such a complicated system of remuneration that we couldn't decipher how much bacon their CEOs were taking home. That being said, we've done our best to give you a good idea of how much bacon these big guns are making. Welcome to Alux.com, the place where future billionaires come to get inspired. If you're not subscribed yet, you're missing out. Number 10. Satya Nadella, Microsoft Corp., $42.9 million. Satya Nadella was president of Microsoft's cloud computing platforms before rising to the ranks of CEO. He was credited with bringing Microsoft's database, Windows Server, and developer tools to its Azure cloud, which grew cloud service revenue by over $3 billion to $20.3 billion in June 2013. In February 2014, he was appointed CEO. In his first year, he acquired Mojang, the gaming inventor of Minecraft. He also oversaw and purchased Xamarin, LinkedIn, and GitHub. Since Nadella took the reins, Microsoft stock has tripled in 4 years and posts a 27% average annual growth rate. Among many awards, this year he was recognized as the Global Indian Business Icon at CNBC TV 18's India Business Leader Awards in Mumbai. Number 9. Miguel Patricio, Kraft Heinz Co., $43.3 million. Who can live without Kraft mac and cheese? No one, that's the answer. Once your kids have tried it, they may never eat anything else again. Well, the man who currently holds the launch codes to the recipe is Miguel Patricio. He's only worn the CEO hat at Kraft since July 2019, but since then he's been reshaping the company's portfolio of global brands. He's downsized the originally 55 separate business categories to fit all the Kraft Heinz brands into just 6 consumer platforms. From here, he aims to take the company into a strong growth direction. His former experience is in senior positions at Philip Morris and Coca-Cola Company. Since 1998, he's helped many marketing positions at Ambev and InBev, moving up the ranks from VP position to Chief Marketing Officer. Number 8. David M. Zaslav, Discovery Inc., $45.8 million. David Zaslav is an entertainment guy. Before Discovery, he was an executive with NBC Universal for nearly 20 years. In January 2007, he took the position of CEO at Discovery and quickly went about preparing the company to go public. In 2008, Discovery listed on the Nasdaq Stock Exchange. During his tenure, Zaslav has done well to expand Discovery's audiences with digital content, as well as introducing sports, motoring, and children's brands. And who can deny the greatest success of his time at Discovery? The introduction of Shark Week. More recently, he acquired Scripps Network Interactive, a deal he closed in March of 2018. Number 7. John C. Plant, Howmet Aerospace Inc., $51.7 million. A man with an eye on the skies is John Plant, co-CEO of Howmet Aerospace. Although he shares the position of CEO, he's been chairman of the board of Howmet since 2017. John C. Plant is no stranger to high places and has been at the head of 5 different companies. He was previously in the automotive industry as CEO of TRW Automotive, before moving to president and CEO of Northrop Grumman Space and Mission Systems Corp. Then just over a year as CEO for Arconic Defense Inc. Number 6. Devin Wenig, eBay Inc., $57 million. Devin Wenig makes the list, but not under the same circumstances as the others. According to the company filings with the Securities and Exchange Commission, Wenig received $57 million for his role as CEO of eBay for the year filed in May 2020. However, Wenig hadn't worked the full year. He left eBay on September 24, 2019, stating in a tweet that he was not on the same page as the board. Despite their difference in opinion, he wasn't out in the cold, because Wenig was given a parting gift of $780,000 salary, $40 million listed as other compensation, and another $10 million in exchange to keep him warm at night. Number 5. Lisa Su, Advanced Micro Devices Inc., $58.5 million. Take a page out of Lisa Su's book. She was named one of the world's greatest leaders in 2017 by Fortune magazine. This MIT electrical engineering graduate doesn't let the grass grow under her. She's worked at management level at Texas Instruments and Freescale Semiconductors, and while at IBM, created a reputation for herself by developing silicon-on-insulator semiconductor manufacturing technologies and more efficient semiconductor chips in her role as VP of R&D. She joined AMD in 2012 as Senior VP, and by 2014 was promoted to President and CEO. She serves on several boards and is a fellow of the Institute of Electrical and Electronics Engineers, among many titles and awards that she holds. Number 4. Robert Swan, Intel Corp., $66.9 million. Bob Swan was appointed Intel Corporation CEO back in January 2019. He had previously served in the role of CFO for the company since October. It seems the top-earning CEOs are a tight bunch because Swan also serves as CFO for big names like eBay and TRW Inc., with some of the CEOs named on this very list. Swan had 7 months to settle into his role as CEO of Intel when he was named interim CEO after Brian Krasnich exited the position in June of 2018. Number 3. Thomas Rutledge, CEO of Charter Communications, $116.9 million. The salaries are taking a big leap up from the previous CEO as we enter the ranks of the top 3 highest-earning CEOs on our list. Thomas Rutledge is another man who carved his career in the entertainment terrain. Starting out in 1977 at American Television and Communications, which later became Time Warner Cable, he wore many hats before serving as president of Time Warner Cable. He was COO of Cablevision from 2004 to 2011. He also received NCTA's Vanguard Award for Distinguished Leadership in 2011, the highest honor for the cable industry. In 2012, he moved to his role as chairman and CEO of Charter Communications, where he currently remains. Number 2. Tim Cook, Apple CEO, $133.7 million. Tim Cook is one of the more household names on this list. It seems Apple CEOs take on a rock star persona to their dedicated followers. For this honor, Cook is also the highest-paid CEO currently in the tech industry, but it's not all salary. Bloomberg reports that $122 million of his take-home came from stock awards. But this isn't Cook's first rodeo, though. He's paid his dues for over a decade in the tech industry before he landed his current CEO gig. He joined Apple in 2008 as a senior VP and was appointed CEO in August 2011, just months before Steve Jobs' passing. Cook made history in 2014 when he became the first chief executive of a Fortune 500 company to publicly come out as gay. He made further waves in 2015 when he publicly stated he planned to donate his entire stock fortune to charity. Pretty bold moves, Mr. Cook. Hats off to you. In first position is Alphabet CEO. Number 1. Sundar Pichai, Alphabet Inc., $280 million. Another giant leap in compensation figures from $100 million to nearly $300 million territory. Sundar Pichai is really unassuming looking, but this man holds the keys to the entire Google empire, and this year was on the list of Time magazine's 100 most influential people. He studied in the field of metallurgic engineering. Since joining Google in 2004, he led product management and innovation of Google Chrome and Chrome OS, and was a driving force in realizing Google Drive. Under his leadership, applications for Gmail and Google Maps were developed. His list of achievements at Google goes on, but his rise to CEO began with his appointment as CEO in 2015. This was at the point of completion of the formation of Alphabet Inc., the new holding company for all that is Google. So, Aluxers, which CEO on this list do you find the most inspirational? Tell us about it in the comments. Now, since you stuck with us until the end, we, of course, have a bonus for you. By now, you're probably wondering, where the heck is Jeff Bezos and Elon Musk? Well, their absence from this list is on purpose, because these two are in a league of their own when it comes to take-home. Jeff Bezos, for example, has a salary much lower than you might imagine. The founder of Amazon only declared an annual salary of $81,840. Of course, Bezos is by no means middle class. The world's richest man takes home about $2,500 per second, or around $150,000 a minute. Elon Musk's salary is listed at $595.3 million for his role as CEO. But his bread is buttered on both sides, because this definitely isn't his only income stream. His net worth sits around $135 billion. But what else would you expect for someone who seems hell-bent on shaking up the industries of both transportation and the battery as we know it? Thanks for watching, Aluxers. We hope you enjoyed this video. Give us a thumbs up if you did, and don't forget to subscribe for more great content every single day.